Hello, Steve White, Steve Art 79. Well, I'm back with my log because, of course, it always has something to say. Okay, so I watched all of Twin Peaks recently, and I listened to the audiobooks for The Secret History and The Final Dossier and Laura's Diary and Dale's tapes and everything. And I also watched a bunch of podcasts and videos that people did on The Return particularly, and it's just kind of fascinating how far people get into trying to work out Lynch. You can never work out Lynch, and you're never going to work out Lynch, and it's a fool's errand trying to actually work out something like Twin Peaks, and for people to actually think they've worked it out and to be telling people and doing videos saying this is what this means, this is what this is laughable. And on one level I get the fun of doing it, but you need to understand that you can't actually do it. So it's like you can try and work out what this episode means or what this element and this theme or whatever means, but you're never actually going to work it out for two reasons. One, a lot of them don't actually have actual reasons. David Lynch, he just feels things and intuits things and just takes accidents and turns them into something. So there's nothing behind them a lot of the time. Other times there are things that are constructed and come from theology and religion and things like that he's interested in. But you might be able to work out a couple of things here and there, but for the most part, no. So all these people, it's like, and you can't tell what is something has deeper meaning and what is just a Lynchism. So I just find it fascinating. And there's a narcissism to that, of people who think that they are smarter than other people, smarter than the artist, and they can work out what he did. And I think the worst example is there's some guy, he did like a 4.5 hour video saying basically, I have solved the mystery, I've worked it all out. And he goes through this theory of it's all meta, and that it's just a TV show and a film portraying TV and films and talking about TV and film. And it's like, you just reduce the whole thing to one basic concept which doesn't fit. It may apply a bit to The Return. There was definitely a self-conscious meta element to that, and he was definitely working against sort of the norms and the TV conventions in this sort of new era of TV since the streaming era, but that's not what it was about, and that wasn't the case in Fire Walk With Me. It wasn't the case in the original series. It was self-conscious of melodrama and elements that it was using and working on, but it wasn't about them. So this guy did a whole 4-hour video, just a 4-hour masturbation about how he worked it all out and how it all applies to one theory. And he goes through the whole thing, basically just embarrassing himself for 4 hours. And I was really disappointed. So what I thought that was I thought someone had actually looked at the whole thing, looked at everyone's opinions as a whole, and sort of worked out a general sort of approach to sort of each era and each element of the thing. And it was taking his time going through all these things that apply and how you can sort of read it or not read it, and sort of the complexity of it. Instead, it's just him regurgitating the same idea and applying it to every element of every episode. It's just tedious. So I just find it fascinating that people think that you can decode and deconstruct Lynch and actually work out and find the deeper meanings and find a definitive version of the meaning of Twin Peaks, the series of movies, or because there's the conjecture of, is The Return a TV series? Is it a movie in 18 chapters? He says it's chapters, not episodes, and it was written as one screenplay and filmed as one and edited, and the episodic nature was made in the edit, and Lynch saw them as chapters. So I guess when he states something, you can say, okay, the chapters. So it's just a mess. It's just embarrassing to watch these people, and I know it's fun to speculate on some level, but to actually say this is what it is, and some of them are so stupid and ill-informed. And the worst thing that I keep seeing is people saying that Leland was in control. He clearly states in the dialogue that he wasn't in control and he didn't remember what Bob did when he had control of him. But yet people still seem to go, oh, Leland was doing this and doing that, and he's aware of this and he's aware of that. I'm like, no, he was a puppet, and you're seeing Bob using him as a puppet. You're not seeing him knowing what he's doing and just being evil. So like just even the basic things that are just in the dialogue and in the characters that people still get wrong because they just want to impose their ideas on Lynch, and that's the only problem, I guess, with Lynch's openness. So in creating that playground, you basically leave yourself open for a lot of misinterpretation and for people to feel very entitled and emboldened to tell people how it is. So there's some fun there. Like I said, he's created a whole playground for people to go into and explore, but without any actually definitive answers to anything. It does leave it open to misinterpretation and misrepresentation. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Lynch and the perils of trying to, demystify and explain him.